My name is Phillip Hampton. I've been working in Jonabell since 1978. This is home. My father managed this farm for Jonabell III, the previous owner. I grew up here as a child, and Dad worked for the Bells for 30 years. And when he retired, I decided to just keep going the same route he had taken. Worked with all aspects of horses when I was younger, but worked with stallions probably for about the last 24 or 5 years. And get to rub 2 horses now that are really nice horses by the name of Bernardini and Hardspun. And then I've also got to take care of a firm the last 9 years of his life. Well, we start every day at 7 in the morning, and usually first thing in the morning we come in and turn the horses out and let them go out to their paddocks for the better part of 4 to 5 hours. Turn these guys out, gonna turn Hardspun out and then Bernardini. Then they come in after we've got our barn tidied up during the morning hours, and then we'll clean the horses off and groom them, and then during breeding season we'll start breeding a little bit after 1 o'clock.
Well, 40 years doesn't really cover the whole story. Phillip working here at Jonabell and now at Godolphin. Truthfully, I've known him well over 50 years. The common link being his dad, Bill Hampton, who was my father's right-hand man and farm manager for some 30 years during sort of the glory days of Jonabell. So when I say that I've known Phillip, it's been well into 50 years.
Well, normally we'd like the weather to be fairly a little bit warmer if possible, just so it, if you don't like putting your hand in water yourself on a day because it's too cool, most likely they won't appreciate it on their body either. A whole lot of what they do when it comes to responding to things that you do, they'll do things just to see what your response is going to be, and then they'll take and adapt to that. It just kind of scrapes all the wet, gets down pretty close to the skin that way, depending on how hard you bear on it. Gets all the excess water off that you can, so they'll dry easier.
Phillip's father, Bill, was very old school. He was a real stockman, I would say. He could take care of any kind of animal. He knew when they were sick, when they were well. He and my father shared a very similar philosophy in trying to stick as close to nature as possible and just raise horses healthy and hardy. And when I say that Phillip followed along in his father's footsteps, he literally followed along in his father's footsteps and worked with him side by side for many, many years.
That's the hard part. The rest of it's easy.
As you walk up and see Phillip around a horse at any time, you can see he's got a great manner about him, a great demeanor. He's always very quiet, very calm, very observant. He has great trust in the horse and respect for the horse.
Started working in the breeding shed would have been 1995, and I was asked to go to Gulfstream Park to ride back with Holy Bull when he was retired from racing, and I went down there to spend a few days at Gulfstream with him prior to him coming back to Lexington, and just to get an idea of what kind of horse he was to be around. And he stayed here till he was 27 years old, but what a nice horse and a big fan favorite. He lived for the adoring fans. Godolphin has been good to me, and it's a great place to work. I consider myself thankful to be doing what I'm doing on a daily basis because of that.